Hi guys, JT here. Today I'm bringing you some information on 10 games in Fanatical's Platinum Collection of February 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I want to thank you the viewers for watching my silly videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. But first, a word from our sponsor, JT After Dark. You've read the threads, you've seen the warnings, but you haven't heard them like this. I'm JT. I take the internet's most terrifying stories and give them a voice. From Reddit's deepest archives to the legends that haunt the web, I bring the horror to life. Join me on JT After Dark. Subscribe now and let's see what's hiding in the shadows. Anyway, let's get into this. And number 1 we have ZOE Begone, an innovative arcade shooter that masterfully blends traditional shoot-'em-up mechanics with a frantic run-and-gun energy. You play as ZOE, a small hand-drawn character whose simple desire for a nap is interrupted by a persistent animator. The game stands out immediately through its striking visual style, inspired by 1930s drawn-on-film animation, where every frame feels alive with flickering chaotic charm. Before you dive into the action, you must tackle the tutorial, as the controls are far from traditional. On the ground, you fire in 5 directions, but once you take flight, your aim is restricted to horizontal shots. You'll need to manage energy carefully to maintain flight and perform powerful dash attacks. These dashes are essential for survival, allowing you to chain enemy kills for massive scores and provide brief moments of invincibility. Unlike linear shooters, each area consists of 3 reels, set in looping arenas. You must clear every enemy while managing limited health and energy pickups along the bottom of the screen. Between stages, you can spend collected apples on vital upgrades like homing bullets or increased power. These enhancements are necessary to overcome the steep learning curve and punishing boss fights. While the difficulty can feel overwhelming, the tight controls and satisfying loop of shoot, dash, and slam create a rewarding experience for score chasers. If you're willing to learn its unique language, you'll find an utterly fantastic stylish adventure that breathes new life into the arcade genre. And number 2 we have Potion Tycoon, a management simulation with a witchy twist, challenging you to build a magical empire from a humble apothecary to a high-end storefront. You oversee the entire life cycle of your business, from growing raw ingredients like herbs and mushrooms in basement greenhouses to designing complex production lines that blanch, crush, and pickle materials. Beyond manufacturing, you're responsible for retail layout, staff management, and aggressive marketing to stay ahead of invisible competitors who frequently mock your progress. While the premise is charming, the experience is described as a punishing mutation of the genre. You start with meager funds and a tutorial that often leads you toward financial ruin by encouraging premature expansion. Every decision, resizing homes, hiring staff, or choosing a glass bottle over a clay one, carries immense weight. The game demands granular focus. If you ignore your workers' happiness or fail to target the specific demands of wizards and guards, your business will quickly collapse. Visually, the game offers a whimsical 2D hand-drawn style reminiscent of Brighter Darkest Dungeons, filled with workers milling about colorful workstations. However, the soundtrack is a repetitive medley that may test your patience during long sessions. Potion Tycoon is less about magical wonder and more about the brutal reality of capitalism. It is a deep, often frustrating simulator designed for those who enjoy opaque systems and the high-stakes pressure of burning through cash. If you crave a rewarding challenge in efficiency, you might find success, but casual players may find this medicine too bitter to swallow. And number 3 we have Kingdom of the Dead, a spooky and stylish arena shooter by Dorigo Games, drawing inspiration from classics like Doom and Evil Dead. The game's unique hand-drawn visuals evoke nostalgia for 90s shooters while feeling modern and polished. As Agent Chamberlain, part of the secret organization Gatekeeper, players face hordes of undead enemies and powerful bosses armed with an array of weapons. The gameplay loop is simple and satisfying, involving fast movement, shooting enemies, collecting weapons and ammo, and tackling boss fights. However, the simplicity may lead to repetitiveness for some players after a few missions. While the game has a variety of levels and secondary objectives, they don't significantly alter the core gameplay. The game's distinct art style sets a moody atmosphere, but can also hinder visibility, making it challenging to spot enemies and navigate the environment. Players have some options to improve visibility, but the intricate detailing may still be problematic for those with limited sight. Overall, Kingdom of the Dead is a love letter to arena shooters and horror games, standing out with its unique style and soundtrack. It offers an enjoyable demon hunting experience, but its simplicity might not appeal to everyone. Nonetheless, it's worth exploring for fans of classic shooters and horror enthusiasts alike. And number 4 we have Interstellar Space Genesis Ultimate Bundle. A turn-based space 4X strategy game where you attempt to build a thriving galactic empire. There are several races for you to choose from, each with their own unique abilities, strengths, and weaknesses. This will affect your planetary colonization capabilities, essentially giving different playstyles for you to master. You're thrown into a space map. Exploring space allows you to discover and colonize new planets as your technologies advance. You'll be building colonies, researching technology, and do plenty of exploring. When you think everything is going fine, you're then faced with political upheaval. Maybe an alien race is pissed off at you for not sharing some helium with them. Every turn can propel you into a new direction of adventure. There's nothing predictable about this game. You'd think for a game like this, all you have to do is make decisions that best suit your colony. But this game throws you enough curveballs to make you decide otherwise. Sometimes you have to be willing to work with your enemies to keep them at bay, and sometimes you just have to declare war. The battle system is turn-based, and works a bit like a very simplified version of XCOM. Each ship has a percentage to hit the other ship in turns, and you can close the distance between you and the enemy ship or fight from afar. This game is clearly more about the colony building and politics though. If you like to feel what it's like to build a colony in space, but with less budget than Planetfall, then you might want to give this game a try. The Ultimate Bundle includes the complete Interstellar Space Genesis experience, providing everything you need to dominate the stars. By consolidating the base game with the natural law and evolving empires expansions, alongside a terrains pack and official soundtrack, this package offers immense value for 4X strategy fans. You'll find yourself immersed in deep turn-based mechanics, colonizing diverse worlds, and engaging in tactical fleet combat. The expansions significantly broaden your horizons, introducing 2 unique races, and the innovative evolutions and minor civilization systems. These features ensure that every galactic empire you build feels distinct. Visually, the Terrains pack enhances your planetary exploration with 14 high-quality 3D environments across 7 biomes. The inclusion of the soundtrack is a major highlight. You can enjoy 32 tracks composed by Grant Kirkhope and Ryan McQueen in high-quality FLAC or MP3 formats. With 9 additional animated rulers and 11 new leaders included, the character variety is impressive. Whether you prefer peaceful diplomacy or aggressive expansion, this bundle grants you the full suite of tools to uncover cosmic secrets. If you want the definitive version of this epic space odyssey, this comprehensive collection is exactly what you should acquire. And number 5 we have Mortal Glory 2, a tactical gladiator roguelike that distills the complexity of turn-based strategy into a fast-paced, accessible experience. You manage a team of fantasy recruits, ranging from minotaurs to vampires, through a brutal tournament circuit depicted on a branching Slay the Spire style map. Unlike its predecessor, this sequel modernizes the journey by offering clearer choices in random events, ensuring you are never unfairly punished by hidden statistics or arbitrary outcomes. In combat, the game prioritizes positioning and environmental interaction over long-term attrition. You can roll explosive barrels into crowds, shove enemies into gaping pits, or use telekinesis to trigger traps. While individual turns are quick, the stakes remain high. Units can be knocked out in just a few hits, forcing you to think carefully about line of sight and ability management. Each run provides opportunities to discover powerful synergies through unique relics and skill books that can turn your scrappy fighters into unstoppable legends. Visually, the game retains a modest hand-drawn aesthetic that reuses assets from the original, but you'll notice a significantly cleaner user interface. The AI is a unique feature, proving to be a formidable opponent that optimizes its moves with brutal talent on higher difficulties. While some battles may eventually devolve into simple slugfests, the loop of recruiting, equipping, and fighting is undeniably addictive. If you're looking for a one more run experience that respects your time while offering deep technical variety, Mortal Glory 2 is an excellent choice. At number 6 we have Pale Coins, a handcrafted pixel art action RPG that captures the nostalgic magic of top-down adventures while integrating modern Souls-like elements. You venture into the kingdom of Grandmark, as a champion searching for the fabled Champion's Coin, a magical artifact in a straightforward but effective fantasy narrative. Right from the start, the game distinguishes itself with a strict no-hand-holding philosophy, encouraging you to explore an open world where discovery feels earned and exploration is genuinely immersive. The combat system is a standout, blending Zelda-style weapon swinging with strategic depth. You must manage positioning and approach carefully, as attacking wildly leaves you vulnerable to counterattacks. While typical Souls-likes rely on stamina management for every swing, Pale Coins takes a unique departure by allowing you to attack without consuming stamina, though you must still manage resources like mana and limited health. The equipment system adds satisfying variety. You can customize your build using various weapons, armors, and a socket system for attaching skills. Visually, the game employs an artfully restrained pixel style, with clean outlines that make important elements pop. However, the experience is not without its frustrations. You may find yourself accidentally dodging out of boss arenas, which resets the fight entirely, a mechanic that can feel like a waste of your time. Despite some minor UI quirks and a steep learning curve, the game provides a rewarding 6 to 10 hour loop of looting and leveling. If you appreciate old school design combined with modern challenge, Pale Coins is an engaging, high-value adventure. At number 7 we have VIDEOVERSE, a poignant narrative adventure that functions as a digital time capsule, transporting you back to the early 2000s and the dawn of social gaming. You experience the story through the eyes of Emmett, a 15-year-old aspiring artist living in 2003. Most of your time is spent navigating the interface of the Kinmoku Shark, a fictional handheld console featuring a community platform that beautifully mirrors the nostalgia of MSN Messenger, MySpace, and Nintendo's Miiverse. The heart of the game lies in its exploration of human connection and the ephemeral nature of online spaces. As news breaks that the VIDEOVERSE service is being discontinued to make way for new hardware, you must navigate the final months of this digital community. You'll post fan art for the JRPG Feudal Fantasy, report trolls to struggling moderators, and develop a deeply personal bond with a mysterious user named Vivi. Your choices in these chat sessions determine Emmett's growth, shifting between empathy and teenage angst. Visually, the game utilizes a striking 1-bit pixel art style that captures the lo-fi charm of the era, complemented by a chill, atmospheric soundtrack. While the narrative is linear in its ultimate conclusion, the branching dialogue and help-out side quests provide a sense of agency over the community spirit. VIDEOVERSE is more than just a retro throwback. It is a sensitive, expertly written study of how technology shapes our identities and friendships. If you crave a heartfelt nostalgic journey, this is a must-play experience. At number 8 we have Mindcop, a stylized non-linear whodunit detective game that places you in the shoes of a grizzled investigator in the quiet hamlet of Maryland Crater Camp. Tasked with solving the brutal murder of Rebecca Goodman, you have just 5 in-game days to catch the killer before the case goes cold. Accompanied by a resourceful partner Linda, you must navigate a grayscale world where every single action, from entering a house to questioning a suspect, comes with a strict time cost, forcing you to prioritize leads with tactical precision. The gameplay revolves around 2 core pillars, traditional point-and-click investigation and a unique mind-surfing mechanic. To uncover hidden truths, you can dive into a suspect's subconscious via a real-time match 3 puzzle game. Successfully navigating this sea of thoughts reveals 3 doors: truth, lie, and uncertainty, offering cryptic glimpses into a character's memories and motives. While the noodly cartoon art style may initially clash with the gritty noir tone, it effectively highlights the bizarre, Lynchian atmosphere of the investigation. You'll find that the game refuses to hold your hand, emphasizing critical thinking and observation over simple checklist-style progression. Replayability is high, as the tight 5-day limit makes it nearly impossible to see everything in a single run. Despite some technical jank and a divisive minigame, the deep world building and rewarding aha moments make you feel like a genuine detective. If you enjoy narrative-heavy mysteries that demand careful time management, you'll find Mindcop to be a refreshing, cerebral challenge. At number 9 we have Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, Reforged, a beautifully restored version of the 1996 point-and-click classic that blends historical conspiracy, globetrotting adventure, and dry wit into one unforgettable journey. You play as George Stobart, an American tourist-turned-investigator, after a bombing outside a Parisian cafe draws you into a tangled web of Knights Templar myths and shadowy organizations. From the sunlit streets of Paris to the ruins of Irish castles, ancient Syrian alleys, and Spanish haciendas, every location bursts with updated high-resolution detail. The new 4K visuals retain the original's charm, while adding smoother animations and vivid, emotionally rich backdrops. If you're returning from the original, you'll appreciate how faithfully everything's been remastered. If you're new, this is the best way to meet George and his journalist partner Nico Collard, even if Nico sadly remains a sideline presence. Puzzles stay true to the original, meaning they're thoughtful, rewarding, and occasionally brutal. Yes, the infamous goat puzzle is still here. Thankfully, a new hint system helps you avoid getting stuck for hours. Dialogue is sharp, the cast delightfully eccentric, and while some voice recordings show their age, particularly Nico's, George's performance remains pitch perfect. You'll find plenty of options to tailor the experience, from switching to classic visuals to fine-tuning subtitles and controls. While missing some content from the director's cut, Reforged still stands as a loving tribute to a genre-defining classic. If you're up for a smart, stylish mystery with a sense of humor, this adventure deserves your attention. At number 10 we have Rogue Labyrinth, a creative fusion of a classic roguelike and strategic puzzle game designed to challenge your spatial awareness and tactical planning. You'll find yourself navigating through a series of increasingly difficult procedurally generated levels where every movement counts. Unlike traditional dungeon crawlers that focus solely on combat prowess, this experience emphasizes your ability to manipulate the environment to survive. You must carefully consider each step as you explore the grid-based corridors, uncovering treasures while dodging lethal traps that can end your run in an instant. The core gameplay loop revolves around the tension between risk and reward. As you descend deeper into the labyrinth, you collect various items and power-ups that enhance your capabilities. However, the game frequently forces you into difficult decisions. You might have to choose between taking a safer path or venturing into a dangerous room for a chance at powerful gear. You'll find that the difficulty spikes significantly in later stages, requiring you to master unique mechanics of each enemy type. The enemies move when you move, making the experience feel like a high-stakes game of chess where one mistake is fatal. Visually, the game utilizes a clean, minimalist aesthetic that allows you to focus on the strategic elements without unnecessary distractions. While the presentation is simple, the depth of the systems ensures that you stay engaged through multiple playthroughs. If you enjoy games that reward patience and critical thinking over fast reflexes, Rogue Labyrinth offers a satisfyingly complex and highly replayable adventure. And that's all for this bundle. If you're looking to level up your Steam library without breaking the bank, the February 2026 Platinum Collection is a total win. Scoring gems like Pale Coins or Rogue Labyrinth for just a few bucks each is an absolute steal for any completionist. Whether you're into the eerie vibes of Mortal Glory 2 or the retro charm of VIDEOVERSE, this bundle delivers high-tier variety. Don't sleep on these. Grab your favorites, secure the discount, and happy gaming. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.